You play center mid, you're training on your own all the time, and you're probably the hardest worker on your team. But in games, you're just playing simple and passing backwards. You're not making the impacts that you know you're capable of, and you're finishing games driving home frustrated. You're wondering why the work that you're putting in on your own isn't showing up when it matters. And in 2026, you're not just competing for college roster spots against kids in your state. You're competing against hundreds of thousands of players, including transfers and international students. So being just a good player isn't enough anymore. And if you're a center mid who's been putting the work in, but you still feel overlooked, the problem isn't your work rate. It's that you don't have a system that ensures the work that you're putting in translates to how you play. Before we get into how you can fix that, let me be clear. This video is only for if you're a center mid and you've been training on your own and seeing some progress, but you're tired of seeing other guys get college attention while your potential hasn't been unlocked. And you just need the proper structure and guidance to get the results that you want. This video is not for you if you don't train on your own or if you don't have the drive to get to the next level. So if you're just looking for a quick cheat code, then just click off now. If not, then in the next few minutes, I'm gonna explain exactly why what you've been doing on your own isn't working as well as you want it to, and the exact process that you can follow if you want to become a standout center mid. So here's the truth that most center mids don't want to hear. Hard work on its own isn't going to get you to the next level. Instead, there are 3 things that must be connected in your development, and right now, they're probably not. Number 1 is your film. Right now, your team coach might be breaking down your film every once in a while, but even if he does, it's not specific to you. And if you've worked with a private trainer, he's seeing you once a week, but he isn't sitting down and seeing how you're playing in games and what you need to adjust. The second thing that you aren't connecting is your training. You're doing ball mastery drills that you might have seen online, or you're following a training plan that ChatGPT made for you, but none of it's intentional and it's not tied back to the in-game tendencies that are holding you back as a center mid right now. The third thing is your mentality. You're probably drowning in advice that you see online about how to play confident, but none of it's coming from someone who's been in your exact position. Someone who knows what it's like to play great in team practices, but not in games, and to drive home after matches, replaying every single mistake that you made, wondering when the cycle is going to end. So you might be wondering, who is this guy and how does he know exactly how it feels? See, my name is Chris Cushing, and I used to struggle with the exact same thing in high school. I was just an average player on my club's second team, and going into my senior year of high school, I had 0 offers. And it wasn't because I wasn't trying on the recruiting side. I sent emails and I showed up to ID camps and college showcases, but none of it worked until I connected the 3 areas that I just explained. Once I started training more intentionally, developing better in-game tendencies, and improving my mindset, I had a standout season, and that's when I committed to play D1 at Winthrop University. But when I first showed up on campus, I rode the bench for my first 7 games. So I had to get back to work, but this time I refined my process even further. See, I had been watching how the top center mids train, and I had seen how they approached their mentality. And when I combined my work rate to doing the right things, I went from the bench to being a starter, and then my sophomore year, I had the most minutes on the team. After that, I transferred to the College of Charleston, where I became a captain and later got invites to pro trials. But throughout all of that, I wasted a lot of time and made a lot of mistakes that kept me from going way further, way faster. So now I'm committed to making sure that you don't make the same mistakes that I did. And I've created a proven system specifically for center midfielders in high school who want to become real college prospects. The Impact Center Mid pathway is built on the 3 pillars of player development that I've seen are most important for high school center mids who want to play in college. The first pillar is film analysis. Most players I work with have the same problem. They're training hard, but their game film doesn't show who they can really be as a player. Owen was the same because during games, he wasn't making enough impacts. So when I analyzed his film, I noticed a few patterns in his game that were holding him back. And you might be thinking, well, my season's finishing or I'm in the off season, so I don't have film. Don't worry, Owen didn't always either. So when he didn't have current game film, we'd watch his old games or college film together. So we identified the in-game tendencies that were holding him back. He wasn't using his body the right way, he was mistiming his movements to get on the ball, and sometimes he was just playing too simple instead of driving forwards with the ball. After that, we set in-game focuses for him to execute on. And soon enough, between each game, he was making positive adjustments and seeing real progress in his performances. And that's when he started getting responses from college coaches, and he landed his first offer.
Making that decision to join is one of the best decisions I've made in a long time when it comes to my game. It's been constant support in all areas of my game. The recruiting side, the mental side, on the field, both, with the ball at my feet and tactically, I've seen huge differences in each game.
The second pillar is intentional training. Lyndon was the guy that was always getting extra sessions in, and he saw some improvements in his game from the work he was putting in, but he wasn't playing as consistent as he knew he could because he was just following drills that he saw off TikTok or YouTube that weren't designed specifically for him. So when we started working together, we simplified what he needed to be doing at the fields. We focused on his ability to drive with the ball over extended distances, and we worked on his 1v1 separation against defenders. And a few months into working together, he's back to playing free, enjoying the game, and he landed his first college offer, and he's getting D1 interest.
I've seen so much growth, so many things that I would not have been able to see on my own. This mentorship, I cannot recommend it enough. I am really just becoming an all-around better human being, and as an ambitious person, that is all that I've wanted, and I would not be able to be where I'm at with the mindset that I have now without Chris's help.
So the third pillar of this system is the mental side. When Shreyans first joined the program, he was close to quitting the game. He was super disciplined and he had tried working with private trainers before, but none of it was helping. So when he joined, we trained and we watched film, but the real unlock for him was the mental side. So we started shifting his mentality away from thinking good game and bad game and away from being attached to what his coaches or teammates thought if he made a mistake. We rebuilt who he believed he was as a player and got him processed focused, because I got to give him the guidance that I learned myself after struggling so much with the mental game back in high school. So with the Zoom calls and being able to support him each day, a few months in, he's telling me that he's enjoying the game more than he ever has before. He made a top team in his area and he's finally getting college interest.
A bunch of schools coming out to see me play, and I mean, the most important thing is I'm enjoying the game a lot more now. I'm really happy when I'm playing, and all my habits are like completely transformed. So it's really been great. I can always like text you if I have a question, like, hey, this is what's happened so far. And then we just go from there. Like, you give me my feedback and then I just grow from there, just growing my mentality every single day. I was the guy that was training so much. I was getting in like 10 to 15 hour weeks on the ball and then lifting 2-3 times a week. And then come like practice or game time, I just lose the ball. Like, it would just be terrible. And then I joined the system and then like I just started to realize, hey, like these are the things that are working. Like this is like what I have to get better at. Like my most recent game, I haven't had that much fun playing and I don't know how long. Like it felt like it was like I was playing for 2 hours when the game was 45 minutes. So it was huge.
So you've heard from the players, here's what it looks like when you actually join. This isn't some copy and paste course, and this isn't just a bank of drills for you to do on your own. This is a system where I'm personally in your corner. First, I'll dive into your film and get to know your in-game tendencies and build you a personalized development plan from that. And then you'll have a weekly training plan that fits your current schedule, whether you're in season or out of season. Then once the program starts, here's what you're working through each week. For your training, you'll follow the sessions that I built specifically for you. So you don't have to think about what drills to do and you can just go out and execute. You'll send me clips of your sessions and I'll break down your technique, analyzing how you'll move through the exact moments that you'll see in games. That way, when those moments come up in matches, you'll be able to trust yourself. Next is your film. Every week, we're breaking down your film, whether that's your current games, your previous games, or college or professional matches. We're looking for patterns that you can implement into your game the next week. Lastly is the support. You'll have constant access to me and we'll meet on Zoom each week. You can text me anytime about your training, about a game that didn't go too well, or a clip that you want to have a second set of eyes on. So that's how the training, the film, and the mental side all connect. It's not one or the other. Your development comes from all three. And that's what makes this different than anything you've tried before. But the thing is, I've been exactly where you are right now. And I'll be honest, I thought that I was just gonna figure it out all alone. I tried and I went throughout high school and college without a mentor. And even though I had a decent career, I could have gone way further, way faster if I had just gotten help from someone who had been where I want to go myself. And it's my biggest regret to this day that I didn't get more help. So that's exactly why I created this system. It's for the younger version of me. And there's a lot of resources on the internet out there, but if Google turned you into an undeniable center mid, then you wouldn't be watching this video. And that's just because you need guidance personalized to you from someone who's been through it before. And you can see from the results, my guys are seeing big changes from joining the program. So what you do next matters. Option one, you work with me and become an impact center mid so you can make the jump to the next level. Or option 2, you keep trying to do it on your own and keep making the same mistakes. It's your choice. So if you want to join the center mids who are already seeing massive results, here are your next steps. Number 1, if we haven't spoke yet, then you can go to the description of this YouTube video, press the first link, and then you can click the button to apply to work with me directly. But number 2, if you received this video through Instagram, then you can simply respond that you're ready to hear more. Talk soon.